Hello everybody, welcome to my videos. Newbie Prepper here with another video, and this one will round off my my weapons for short range and long range, whatever. Anyway, a couple of disclaimers here. Number one, video is shaky because I'm recording it on my Galaxy phone, and number two, I am a newbie, not a professional, so whatever I have here is opinions and not facts, but take it for what it is. You could find something useful. So let's begin. Let's see. In one of my previous videos, I took and described my 22 Walther PPQ pistol. That's for my daughter. As you can see, it's got 22 LR rounds, which are very common rounds. They're pretty cheap too, and effective if you need them to be. But anyway, going on to my next pistol, I picked up a Walther PPQ 9mm. It's a Walther PPQ M2 model version. It is a 9mm version of the PPQ 22LR. Pretty much looks almost identical, except for a couple of slight cosmetic features, and plus it's heavier. Also, the back part of it can be removed and replaced with another backing portion for thinner or fatter buttstock if you need it, whatever. Anyway, I picked it up because it is a 9mm. I happen to like the Walther line. My own personal preference. A lot of people will sit there and tell you, oh, HK is the best, and Smith & Wesson is the best, M&P, whatever. You know, whichever brand they like, they like. Me, I picked up the Walther because it was about the same price as the others, but I like the fact that the handle is ergonomical. It's not like you're holding a block of wood. It's like it fits nicely in your hand. Safety is located on the trigger itself. Regular slide. No hammer in the back. It is a strike plate fired, or however they call it. It's a single action. It's not a double action. I would have preferred a double action, but they didn't have any double actions in stock at the store when I was there, and I figured, buy a pistol anyway. So anyway, 9mm rounds. What I've got in here is full metal jacket, standard ball rounds. I also do have a complement of hollow point, Sig Sauer V Crown hollow points. They're supposed to be pretty good, but hollow points help with over penetration, and they do a lot more damage. And so yes, picked up 9mm because it is a wider used caliber than a 44 or a 45 or a 380 or 40 ACP, whatever they call those. So this is a wider used caliber, so in case I run out of ammo and I need to scrounge around for ammo, I will probably run into 9mm more often than not. So that's why I picked it up. As far as people talking about how, 40 ACP is better, or 44 is better, or 45 is better because it's got more stopping power, or even a 50 caliber is better because it's got more stopping power. Yes, it's got more stopping power, but then again, if you shoot somebody with a 9mm, or if you shoot an animal with a 9mm, it's going to feel it. It's going to stop it, or at least hopefully stop it. And if not, well, the clip holds 15 rounds. I'm sure a couple more will stop it, definitely. So as far as stopping power, yeah, people sit there and look at all the numbers on it, and oh, how much penetration and how much spread and how much tissue damage and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Doesn't matter. I'm sure if you get shot with a large caliber bullet like this, you're not going to care whether it's a 40 ACP or a 45 or a 50 cal or a 9mm or a 357 or a 380 or whatever. You're not going to care what you got hit by. You got hit by something and it put you down. That's it. it puts you down on the ground. You may still be alive, but you ain't moving too good, and you ain't too happy about it either. So yes, doesn't really matter as far as the bullet size. Doesn't completely matter unless you're going into a scientific battle with, oh, numbers will stop everything, so you need more numbers on your side. No. You shoot somebody, I don't care if you shoot them with a 22 or a 9. Supposedly, according to statistics, U.S. statistics, more people are killed by 22 caliber bullets than any other type of bullets in the U.S. Something I heard. I'm not sure if that's true. I doubt it's true. I don't know. But 22 bullets are very common. And yes, 22 bullets can put somebody down if you hit him in the right spot, or if you hit him enough. They can stop a person. 9mm, you probably don't need as many as 22 bullets, but a 9mm will be more effective at stopping stuff. So I picked up a 9 because it is a more common round than the rest. I can pick up more if I need to, and if worst comes to worst and I'm in a SHTF situation, I can probably run across 9mm more often than any of the other ones, which works out in my favor. Anyway, that is that for my video. All I'm gonna need is holsters for the 2 of these. One for my daughter, which is the 22. She's already been at the range with it. Funny thing, kids, my daughter was against guns. She hated guns. She didn't want guns. She didn't want to try it, whatever. So I made her a deal. I pretty much told her that she has to go to a range with me at least once, and she has to shoot the gun at least a few times. And she sat there, no, I don't want to. And I told her, hey, I'm going to keep nagging on you until you do it. So I will make you a deal. You go to the range with me just once. You will go through 3 clips, which it's an 11-round clip. Not bad. But I told her, you go through 3 clips with this thing. 1 clip so you can get used to it. 1 clip so you can just sit there and aim with it and fire it and try to get good shots. And then 1 clip just so you can unload as fast as you can and just have fun with it. Kind of like a machine gun. Just bow, 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 bow. And if you do that and you do it with an open mind, go in there not hating it, not liking it, just go in there with an open mind to do it. Which she agreed. I said, okay, that is the deal. Once you go and you go through 3 clips, after that, I will never, ever nag you again. She agreed to it. She went with me to the range. I took her out. She went through about 150 rounds. Now, 22 rounds are pretty cheap, so I didn't care. Hell, if she was going through 9mm rounds, I wouldn't care, as long as she was having fun. She went through about 150 rounds having a blast, having the time of her life, and it was awesome. I sat there, I stood there right behind her. I watched her, make sure everything was good, made sure she followed the rules, made sure she didn't get hurt. She had ear protection, she had eye protection, and she was popping off her gun like crazy. She was having a blast. She was having the best time of her life. I even took, and my brother came with, I even let her try 1 round out of a 9mm, which she admitted it was nice, but it was just too powerful for her, too strong of a kick for her. So that was it. So I made a good decision with the 22 LR pistol for her. But she had a great time with it, shooting it off. She went through about 150 rounds. Me and my brother just stood back and watched. And every once in a while, she'd have a little bit of a jam up where one of the rounds would stovepipe or not cycle properly, which I figure was, I got a bad batch of rounds. I had a batch of regular rounds and a batch of hyper velocities. The hyper velocities she was having no problem with. The regular rounds she was having a little bit of a problem with. every other clip, one would jam up or stovepipe, which we figured out what the stovepiping was about. She stopped having stovepipe issues because she'd forcefully just jam the clip in there, and the top round would kind of kick up a little bit, so when it would load, it would stovepipe. So I told her, gently insert the clip in. You don't have to slap it in like, you know, like you're punching your enemies or something. Just push it in nicely. That ended the stovepiping, but every once in a while, every like other clip or so, she'd have one that would not cycle properly, which, you know, after a couple of times, she figured out how to clear that up herself, and so she pretty much just sat there and popped off 150 rounds with this thing. She had a blast. Afterwards, we went out to eat, and she pretty much told me, Dad, that was fun. I had a really good time. It was great. You know what? We should go to the range more often, like at least once a month or so. And I said, okay, that's fine. So now, in my previous video, I also showed that I picked her up a AR-15, which she's intrigued about it. And after the range with this pistol of hers, she is wanting to try the AR-15. I told her it would be a lot easier to handle the AR-15. She'd have even more fun with that. So we're going to try the AR-15 next time we go to the range, which there's a range opening up by the house. We'll start going about, I'm going to go about once a week or so. I'm going to take her with once a week, once every other week, whenever she feels like going. She'll come with. But anyway, enough of that, my little stories. So yes, we got two pistols now, a 22 LR for her and a 9mm for me. It is a 15 round clip, 15 rounds in the clip, so it can hold 15 rounds in the clip and one in the chamber if needed. But yeah, I'm just going to put 15 rounds in the clip and that's it. And it came with 3 clips. I think that's standard for most guns or most pistols. Anyway, that is enough for this video. See you all later. Bye.